Yes, there are no more role models. Where are they? Am I wrong? Am I lying? If I'm lying, tell me where they are. I'm not going to necessarily say everybody's on the same playing field, but it doesn't seem like there's certain people to look up to. Seeing that we get more information about people nowadays because information is coming so fast, it's you could just type in Google or Chat GPT and find out anything. You just learn so much now that it's like there's no secrets. So when you look up to somebody, most of the time, I'm not going to say you necessarily see them as perfect, but it's something you want to strive to be. It's not even, we're not even looking for imperfections. We're just like, I want to be that person. That is the goal that I have for myself. I want to be that person. And this is kind of like a side note, but it can even be a woman that you look up to. If you're a man, you can look up to a woman. And if you're a woman, you can look up to a man. You get the point. But my whole point is, where are they? We looked up to certain famous people. That was our role models. We didn't really have role models in the community. I'm only speaking for myself. But for me, the men that were older than me was in competition with me. I'm talking about I was 20 and I was in competition with 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds with women my age or spots at the job, certain titles. I was in competition with them, so it was hard to look up to somebody that I'm in competition with. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said age, because that's the first thing I think about. Of course, you're going to look up to somebody that been on this earth longer than you because you're going to feel like they have information or experiences that you don't know yet. And you hope for them to take you aside, or you have questions or you need opinions on relationships or goals in life. You can go to that person and be like, first, have you been in this situation? And if you have, what are my options? How can I get out of this situation? That is a true community. People that you can look up to. Where are they? It's just, no matter what the age is, it's good to have somebody that you can relate with. Some people that can have good intentions. A role model to me is somebody that you can look up to, something you strive to be. And if besides the celebrity part, let's talk about the community part. It's somebody that you can go to and they can guide you in the right direction when you're feeling lost. And as a young man, you're going to feel lost a lot of times when you're young. You're going to make decisions, most of them bad, if you don't have somebody that you can talk to and that somebody's going to give you good advice with good intentions. If you go to somebody that you're in competition with, sometimes you don't know until it's too late, they're going to point you to the wrong direction. They're going to be like, no, go this way. Perfect example. You talk to an older man, he tells you to focus on women. Focus on the. I don't want to focus on that. Yes, the end goal is to start a family, but that's too much time and energy going in the wrong direction. There is no award for dating 100 women. There's nothing. Yeah, you're going to have a little bit experience under your belt, but why are you giving yourself to so many people? Do you not value yourself? And these are things I wish I would have known when I was young because, in my opinion, had certain people I looked up to, but most of them were bad. And the best talkers were the worst ones. They was pointing me in all different directions. And later on in life, I'm like, dang, they just wanted to see me running around chasing my own tail. They wasn't trying to help me. They didn't. I'm gonna say they wanted to see me do good, but they didn't want to see me do better than them. So they would just keep me in a box. And it's weird because I don't want to put myself on that high of a pedestal, like people are tripping off me that much, but jealousy and envy is a real thing. And most men, when they come in contact with you, it's just automatic competition. I think that's just natural instincts, human nature. It just seems like it. And this is the thing too. It's almost like it's embarrassing or people shame you for looking up to somebody. It's like you get made fun of. Like you can't even give people props anymore. Be like, so and so was a great basketball player, football player, great athlete, somebody super smart. They're gonna say you're D riding. That's the young generation. But no, it's just literally without even saying those slangs, it's still frowned upon to look up to anybody. But the truth is, there are people above you. There's always gonna be somebody better than you. It just would be great to come across somebody that's in a field that you're in, whether you're in healthcare or being an athlete or whatever your situation is, it's always good to be able to go to somebody that has a whole bunch of the experience and point you in the right direction. That's all I'm saying. And it's sad because as time go on, it's like everybody's in competition with everybody. It's probably a few people that are out here giving good advice and trying to help you out, but most people are not. And I hate to talk about the internet again, but it's like that's where everything's going. Technology is taking off. So it would be great to find people that are giving you great advice online, but you can't even DM anybody anymore because people will look at you crazy. And let's say you do find somebody that you're like, oh, let me just ask this dude for advice or what they'll probably charge you. They're not going to do it. They're not going to give you advice for free. And secondly, they'll probably ignore you because they got egos. They're like, oh, look at who, I don't know you. Why you hitting me up? Or they may even screenshot it and put it in their story and be like, yeah, I got people asking me questions. I don't care what it sounds like. It's happening. People do this stuff. It's happening. So it's like, you can't talk to anybody. You can't, it's like almost like that's all you have is Chat GPT and Google, because you can't even go to a human and ask them. And if you get lucky to find somebody that will give you great advice, somebody that you can look up to, you better hold on tight. You better hold, because that is rare. It's rare. And another thing about the internet, most people are spreading negativity because that's what get clicks and views. Nobody wants to hear no positive person or motivational speaker. No, that's boring. I'm one of those, I think it's boring too. I'm not judging anybody. I really think it's boring. Negativity is always going to win because it's more entertaining. I don't care what anybody says. Negativity is entertaining, and that's what everybody's pushing online. And it's almost like it's corny when you're online saying a whole bunch of motivational stuff. Don't nobody want to hear it. It's corny. Tell me something else. Where's the drama at? And this is all personal thoughts of mine. I'm not assuming that you think that, but that's how I think. It don't matter what your age is or whatever. You can have somebody to look up to. You can have somebody that you strive to be. Because I'm up there in age, and it would be nice to find somebody in my field that I can communicate with. Somebody's not going to charge me money to give me advice. Everything's about money and clout nowadays. That's it. And then let's say somebody does take you under their wing. You got to hope one day they don't try to son you or little boy you and be like, oh, I helped you get to this point. You wouldn't be where you was without me. You can't ask anybody for advice because that can be thrown in your face at any moment. If somebody shouts you out or brings you to their level, they can easily be like, I'm the reason why you're at this point. And what can you say? I mean, you could lie and say that's not true, but we know the truth. We know the truth. If you're a nobody and you meet up with a somebody at any moment, they can act like they're the reason why you're in the spot that you're in. I keep repeating it because that's a sucky way to think, and I shouldn't be thinking that way, and I'm going to stop right now. Hopefully the role models come out of nowhere and they help us out, or, hopefully people start taking a stand in the communities or, celebrities or whatever and start being role models again. But people are out here doing crazy stuff, and information is coming out every day about these celebrities and stuff like that, and it's making people look at them like, I used to look up to you, and you on some freaky stuff. Now I can't even let people know that I look up to you. The R. Kellys, the P. Diddy's, I'm sure there was people that look up to them, but now they can't even say it. They can't say how much they love their music or they want to be a millionaire like that person because you find out the person was on some weird stuff. Now it's embarrassing to say you want to be that person. It just seems like everybody's just separating themselves in competition with everybody, every man for themselves. It's a dog eat dog world. Did I say that right? If I happen to have a conversation with an older man, an older gentleman, and he only talks about how many women he deal with or how to get women, I don't respect it. I'm going to continue the conversation, but I don't respect you. You have the opportunity to give me some wisdom, teach me some stuff, and that's what you want to teach me? Get the hell out of my